my scuff. Oh no. Frozen. Oi. Oi, wait. Oops. Let me just fix that real quick. But yeah, hello. Hi, hello there. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Hi. No worries, I have the modules ready. I just took the screenshot before then. You know, only now I realized I should have had the screenshot after I unlocked it, but you know, it's okay. Just know I did unlock them. I did do the thing. I was good. Let me just fix this thing real quick. Oi. Oi, Scuff. How dare you? Okay, I think I fixed it. There. All good. Got the Scuff out of the way. That just means I'm building even more Scuff luck. As one do. I need all the luck I can for Dungeon Meshi especially. Holy cow. I'm not prepared. I was doing good. Oh yeah. And see, look, I'm even prepared for Kyobi's short little thing here in the archive. Aka the Wanderer's home. My day's been pretty good overall. I'm bad though, I ended up napping too. Like, whoops, I didn't mean to nap, but it happened nonetheless for like a couple hours. Earlier I was thinking, you know what, I could go shopping, and then I knocked out. But it's okay, you know, it's fine. Naps are good at times. But now I'll do my studying for Dungeon Meshi. Starting with the Wanderer's home. There. Though at the same time, maybe I used up most of my luck yesterday in Fate Grand Order. I summoned Moriarty, Archer, using my daily 1 paid Saint Quartz pool. And then I got Takasugi within 2 multi-pools. So I'm just like, oh no, did I use up all my luck? If I did, whoops. Rhodes Island Landship. Medical Examination Room 6. Open. Or maybe I just used up my luck in FGO. Which is kind of scary considering I want Tiamat. Humph. I decided to shoot my shot with the archers and they reciprocated. Come on, open your mouth, please. I'm just checking your teeth. I promise I won't hurt you. Come on. Don't make me pull out the big guns every time. Humph, I'll make you behave. Hey. Look, Miss Pero. What do I have here? It's your favorite, isn't it? If you're a good girl and help me finish my exam. These honey biscuits are all yours. Nyam, nyam, nyam. Oh, I get that. An MP5 5-star would be the best. And Aoko's a good choice. She's cool. Oh yeah, when all else fails, I can bring out the golden card. Sniffing. She just somehow stumbled in Rhodes Island, as one does. That's weird. Why isn't she reacting to the honey biscuits? There's something wrong with your recipe, Hibiscus. How many times have I told you not to put weird stuff in your food? You never listen. Here, little Pero, I'll give you this. Sniff. Awoo! But you have to be a good girl. Awoo. It worked. That's my little lava, so reliable. Too bad you're not. Okay, let's proceed with the oral exam. Swallow the crumbs, okay, and open wide. Hey, Hibiscus. Watch your tongue, Miss Pero. What? Max level will be affected by the Kalabnike? Oh! Oh, the pain of levels. Why did we bring her back with us? Because we felt bad for her. Her infection is very serious. And the head of the Lithuanian branch even said, "It's a good thing you subdued her. There would have been no hope for her if the police or the bounty hunters found her first. An infected person as far gone as her With the way the laws in Lithuania have changed, almost certainly would have been euthanized. Euthanized! If it's at all possible, please at least get her out of Lithuanian's territory. Thank you. Even if she wasn't infected, the way she was just attacking people on the road would probably not have ended well for her. At least 24 groups of travelers got attacked before us. She hurt nearly 100 people. Dang, she's feral. And that's just in Lithuanian. Who knows what she did anywhere else? Not to mention her fighting skills, I don't think the 5 of us could have pulled off attacks like that. But all she did was take some food. She was just hungry. Ow! Hey, hello, welcome, thank you for the gacha lock. She almost killed us. If Cruz wasn't looking out for me, and Beagle wasn't so quick on her shield, this peril would have crushed your little sister with that rock-covered javelin. Miss Perro, please don't bite my hand. Oh man, all the gacha luck is needed for tomorrow with Dungeon Meshi. I'm gonna pull tomorrow. I'm just gonna get it over with. Wow. Okay. Your teeth are almost finished, just a little longer. Hang in there. Yeah, good girl. Come on, Lava, don't be like that. Like what? I'm just stating facts. What's with you all of a sudden? Getting pissy about every little thing. I thought you loved Miss Perro. Yeah, she's great. She loves me too. The love. Oh? The first integrated strategies ever? It was based on Kiyomi being high on mushrooms when we first visited Sarga with Gravios tried to visit. It just revolved around her adventure while hallucinating. How did it go from that to all this craziness? That's why she threw all kinds of rocks and flames and ice and pretty much everything at me. How did she master so many different complex arts anyway? Hey, little Perro. Are you sure you've never studied Originium arts? Ooh? First pull gives 1 level, and each limit break gives 1.33 levels. MLB and SSR gives 5 max levels. Ah! Oh, that does hurt. Any hello? Hey, I told you not to move. Lava, quit screwing around. I'm just asking. Va? Alright, my bad, whatever. Sorry, Miss Perro. Just a little longer. And now here and here. Phew, and that should be it. Now, Miss Perro, we're pretty much done. Rinse your mouth with this glass of water and be sure to spit it out. Don't swallow. Gulp. Little Lava? Huh? Something's bothering you. None of your business. You were the first one in the squad to give her something nice to eat. What's that got to do with anything? After starving for that long, she shouldn't be consuming much sugar from a nutritional standpoint, but she really needs to supplement pretty much everything at this point. I like how Lava just adopted Kiyomi basically. It's like, you know what? I kind of like her. Eat this. Nyam 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 nyam. That's why. Wait. True. Most players will never hit over 600 at that point. Heck, for this collab, I'm still just waiting to get 1 copy of the new Rei and Asuka. I'm just biding my luck to the very last minute. But, you know, if Chainsaw Man ever came back, I would wail more on power. I know I have power at max limit break +2. Also Makima. You snuck off and brought a bunch of candy. Only later realizing you spent all your money. Lava's just spoiling Kiyomi. I love that. She's just like, you know what? I'm gonna take responsibility for the girl I brought home. She likes sweets. Let me just go out, buy all the candy using all my money. That's enough. Or when we were bringing Miss Perro back, everyone was worried she'd run off. Only you were brave enough to try to communicate with her, building the trust we needed to take off her shackles. Aw, this is adorable. Lava really liked her. And now she's feeling embarrassment. Yes. More Rem, please. I would love that as well. I'd want to summon more Rem and Amelia. I think I also have the max limit break +2. Both of them. And once you learned you liked honey biscuits, it was you among the 5 of us who worked the hardest to make the best ones. Seriously, stop. Your big sister is very proud of you. Come on, don't talk about this stuff in front of her. I just did what I had to do. But it's so sweet. No need to hide it. Oh yeah. What? So, like, the, oral exam. That's the last part, right? Yes. And then, what happens to her? Well, that's not up to us. The operators responsible for that are still taking over her case. Orchid said that she'd have someone tell us in the afternoon. Anyway, after a busy morning and all those examinations, it's time to find a place for Miss Peril to... Hibiscus, Lava, are you still not done checking out Miss Peril? If we don't leave now, we'll miss Doberman's training. I'm going on ahead. Huh? Hibiscus? Oh, what? I thought you said you got us out of Doberman's class. Well... That is the best catalyst for the start of integrated strategies. Oh, the mushrooms in Kyobi. I might have forgot. Why didn't you say so earlier? All I could think about at the time was helping Miss Peril with her checkup. We're dead. Let's go pick out a pair of coffins. What are we gonna do? Okay, how about we take little Peril out now and give her to the first person who comes along. I just hope we can find them again after training. That plan is a little... Let's see you come up with one. I'm not running laps around the bridge again. And I bet you don't want to memorize anatomy textbooks while doing jumping jacks either. Who would? Okay, fine, we'll do it your way. I'll get her weapons, you deal with her. But what about her mouthwash? She already swallowed it. Hurry. Who are they gonna pawn her off to? Rhodes Island Landship. Outside medical examination room 6. There's someone. Blacksmith. Can I help you? Can you take care of this girl for a bit? We'll come get her right after training. What girl? These honey biscuits are her favorite. If she gets cranky, just give Miss Peril one of these. Huh? And don't let her have her weapons just yet. Thanks. Oh no, being forced to babysit while Kyobi. Oh no, oh no. Oh man. Oh, that is a good point. Where would they pop up? Like, what place would have, like, some delicacies that they probably enjoy a lot? Oh, they could appear in Yan. Come on. Wait. I'm sorry, Miss Peril. We'll be right back. Only 3 minutes. She's gonna kill us. What? Oh, Sargon Jungle will be actually really good too. So what's your deal? Just take the biscuits, eat them whenever. Do you want me to carry your weapons? Shakes head. Good. Come on, my workshop is this way. Rose Island Landship. Vulcan's workshop. Come on in, have a seat. If the forge gets too hot, you can go behind the partition. Thanks. Don't mention it. Are you... a blacksmith? I'm Rose Island's blacksmith, codename Vulcan. Vulcan is... Minoan? Yes. Can Vulcan check my weapons for me? I'm not authorized to perform maintenance on unregistered weapons. Sorry. Vulcan looks pretty slim. Do you think under the hood she has, like, muscles? I'm just wondering now. Sorry. Ari Furita will be fun to see as a collab for Nikke. I surprisingly haven't seen that series yet. But I heard it's good. Oh. Oh, it would be actually hilarious if they ended up, let's say, in Iberia, and then, delicious seaborns! Yummy! Oh, they will become the true sea, or the terrors to the sea terrors. What? Although the weapon she's holding, it feels somewhat familiar. It has a 3rd season. Hey, nice. But there's no harm in just taking a look. Can I see the axe you're holding? Yes. Here you go. Thanks. This is definitely Minoan craftsmanship. Brings back memories. It's worn. It's been a while. But it's been wiped down surprisingly clean. You're doing what little maintenance you can at least. The construction is solid. Doesn't look like it's too damaged. It'll be like new after some basic touches. Oddly, no chipping, no warping of the blade. Pretty low temperature steel. The steel. It's familiar. Where have I seen smithing like this before? Ma'am? Ma'am? Whatever, she can call me that if she wants. On the axe, near the grip, there's a word. It's my name. I'm Minoan. I want to go to Minos, but it's a long walk. No one I met could tell me my name. They could only tell me it's Minoan. Since Vulcan is Minoan, you must know how to read it. Can you read it to me? Let's see here. Good thing it hasn't completely rubbed away. These characters, they're definitely Minoan. In standard pronunciation, this would be Ki-O-B. Kyobi. It should be Kyobi. Ki-O-B. Kyobi. Ki-Obi. Kyobi. I'm Kyobi. I've got a name. Yes. Physical strength is excellent. Perfect. Vulcan, ma'am? Ma'am again? Maybe I should give her a little nudge. What? People usually have 2 names, don't they? Like, Lava has a different name when she calls her sister. From what her sister calls her. She's Little Lava or something. I want one of those. Sorry, I'm not very good at naming things. Vulcan is a blacksmith. Blacksmiths are good people. And good people are good at naming. What is this logic? Whatever, she's just a kid. Let me think for a moment. Yeah. She wants a nickname? But I only know how to name weapons. What should I do? Kyobisius? Kyobini? Kyobitia? No, she's not a weapon. I need another scheme. Think, Vulcan. Vulcan? She mentioned Little Lava before, didn't she? Are you okay, Vulcan? Well, there's a pretty easy way out of this. Might as well take it. Kyobi's backstory must be the most wild overall. We'll call you K. K? Yes. It kinda sucks. K. Kyobi. Thank you so much, Vulcan ma'am. You're welcome. Don't be scared, Kay. It's just someone looking for me. No bad guys here. Put down the weapon, okay? No bad guys? No bad guys. There's no bad guys at Rhodes Island. If you're scared, you can go behind the partition. Kyobi isn't scared of anything. Good. Vulcan, are you in? Who is it? Hello, Vulcan. I'm an operator with the logistics department. I've come to relay the decision regarding the little Pero girl who was brought to Rhodes Island yesterday. Operator Hibiscus said that she entrusted the Pero girl to you. Is she still with you? Yes, come in. Vulcan! Don't worry, it's okay.
Good day, Operator Vulcan. Good day, little Pero Girl.
Don't call me Pero Girl. My name is Kyobi.
Oh? Alright, Kyobi. Now then, we've been over the details surrounding your rescue. Our determination is as follows. Please listen carefully. Due to the circumstances surrounding your arrival, your personal freedom has been temporarily restricted. We apologize for that, but from this point on, you enjoy the right to free movement, effective immediately. Am I not being sufficiently clear? I think she may not be getting some of the legalese here. Just give me the documents. I'll make sure she gets it. That would be big help. Okay. Okay. Why were you out there on your own back there?
I wanted to go to Minos, but I think I went the wrong way.
According to information provided by Lithuanian branch, she traveled from Bolivar all the way over to Trijunction of the East, where she then turned back. At that point, she made a large arc across the north until finally being rescued by our people in Lithuanian.
Holy cow, she traveled far. All on her own. GG. There's a website with a list of operators, and for Kyobi, an all big capital CEO. Holy cow. Yeah, she probably ate something else during that journey.
This girl can walk. But why do you ask? If you made it to Minos, what were you going to do?
Ask my name, and then... I haven't thought that far ahead yet.
Operator Vulcan, please inform her of the situation and let her make her decision. So what would you want to do after that?
I don't know.
Think it through. It's important.
I want to eat until I'm full every day.
Operator Vulcan, what are you... Shh, quiet.
I want to spend half the day in a hot bath, and then wrap myself in a warm blanket, and lay there until I'm hungry again. And I want a big house where I can keep all my treasures. Carrying them around all day is kind of hard, especially when I'm hungry. And I guess that's it.
Understood. If there was a place where you could eat and drink and have a house to sleep in, would you want to stay there?
Who wouldn't?
But most of the time, you'd have to think a lot, and you would have to fight a lot of bad guys, and sometimes you might not sleep for days. Even then, would you want to stay there?
I'm not very good at thinking. But... Vulcan, ma'am, are you talking about me being a hero?
A hero? Haha, ahem. Heh, yes, I'm talking about being a hero.
I want to go there. I want to eat and be a hero. What more could I ever want?
Good. Shouldn't you help her? She's made up her mind. Please take care of her paperwork. If she needs a sponsor, you can put down my name.
Oh, that's so nice of Vulcan. And yes, a hero.
But you're... Should I repeat myself? If you insist, I have nothing more to say. I'll prepare a follow-up test for Kyobi at once. But please be aware that you will need to attach the appropriate guarantees. And an explanation. I will.
So Kyobi's adopted parents are Vulcan and Lava. I like that. No, Lava picked up the lost puppy and brought it home, and then Vulcan decided to keep it. No wonder why she's gonna be part of Dungeon Meshi. Makes sense.
I will. Well, I'll take my leave then. See yourself out.
What's happening?
Nothing. You still have a lot to learn and a lot of fights to fight. It'll be a lot of work. Get some rest while you still can.
Oh. Ma'am?
Huh? We'll get used to that.
You want a honey biscuit? Lava baked them. They're good.
May I?
Here.
Thanks. What's its flavor? It's kind of... The crust isn't crispy enough, and something's wrong with the honey seasoning. Other than that, it tastes exactly like the ones in Minos.
Is it good?
Very good.
Yeah, very good. Delicious. Nyam, nyam, nyam. Bleh. Right?
But
Huh?
a biscuit like this should be eaten fresh out of the oven. Put some jam on it and pair it with a cup of tea.
Will it taste better?
Yes. I'll ask Matterhorn next door to make some for you when I get a chance. He's great at making those sorts of things.
Ooh, Matterhorn's good at baking. That's good to know. Really?
Yes.
Thank you, ma'am.
You're going to be subjected to a lot of testing over the next few days. We'll have to fix you up a bit, and your weapons too. How do you want them?
You'll fix them for me? In Minos they have two names for them. For Minos, I'm just so biased now. I'm just gonna expect a lot of them are gonna be like Aspasia. Even though we've met so many Minos before her. Overall, she's just a standard now. Oh, Matterhorn is just a god tier cook. Oh! People still come to him just to try his food even though he works for the Silver Ash family? That is very impressive.
It's a blacksmith's duty to make sure a weapon meets its wielder's needs. Just tell me what you need.
I want all my treasures to look as good as the weapons here in your house. And, I want the other weapons to be the same color as my axe. Is that too much trouble?
That won't take much time. I might be done in time for you to surprise Hibiscus and Lava.
Really?
Yes. Bring your weapons. Let's get started.
Yeah.
Phew. I'm exhausted. Little Pearl's gonna be okay, right, Hibiscus?
She's good at fighting, and Vulcan is so nice. What could go wrong?
Huh? Vulcan? Nice? Anyway, I know she won't do anything bad. But I'm more worried about that logistics operator who showed up in the middle of training. He had a pretty big file with them. Gave me a bad feeling.
Uh-oh, not this again. In my experience, your bad feelings usually signal good things.
I hope you're right. Oh, we're here. Who is it?
He grew up with the Shadow the Hedgehog game, so your bias is very skewed. Yesterday, I actually saw the cutscenes for the Shadow the Hedgehog game. Oh, the amount of gaslighting towards Shadow, though. Holy cow.
It's Lava. We're here to see Miss Pero. It's unlocked. Come in. Come on in.
Lava and Hibiscus, you're here. Huh, Miss Pero?
What happened to your weapons?
Don't call me Miss Pero anymore. Call me Kyobi. That's my name. Huh? Several weeks later, Rhodes Island Landship. Logistics department, small conference room.
I think you know why I asked you here today. How did she do? How do you think? Fancy a guess? She doesn't take orders, she just throws her weapons around and makes a scene.
How do you think she did?
Just tell me her results. Her results, heh. She passed.
Alice Wonderland Bunny keeps spooking you? You know, if you don't like the spooks of her, I'll take her. I could use more Alice. Specifically the Wonderland Bunny Alice.
She passed. Oh. She made a mess of herself and failed a bunch of tests, but her personal character and potential qualifier to be an operator. And taking into account the opinions of several of her proctors, the other details are less important.
Hey, hello.
The doctor's never wrong about anyone.
You know what? We can trade. I already got enough of the normal Alice. I think I might have maxed her. Or at least max copyright. I'm pretty sure I did, actually, now that I think about it. So I'll trade. Neither are you. Well then, it's time. Can I get a reason now? Normally, the operator assessment process is initiated by the individual herself. We typically look poorly on situations where an individual has a decision made for her, especially when there is no guardian or relative around. Sorry. That's all I get? Ah well, it's not that big a deal. Rules are made to be broken. Just give me a reason. I have to pass something upstairs. And your first copy was a free one? Dang! A girl who likes weapons can't be bad. Alright. Hold on, that's it? Yes. I like the reasoning! Oh, that is so good. Thank you for the luck. I'm gonna need a little more than that. A few more sentences or there's no way I can finish this report. I have to? It's important. Well, I'm a blacksmith. I don't know people, but I do know weapons. If you have someone with absolutely no knowledge of weapon maintenance and an upkeep, her weapons are going to get damaged after a long period of use. Still, she did her best to keep her equipment in good shape, to the best of her abilities. That was enough for me to affirm her talent and potential. How can you be so sure she doesn't know weapon maintenance? She can't use a whetstone. She doesn't know her oils. That's long before we start talking about any rules or scientific principles. The only thing she knows how to do is polish her weapons, and she's good at that. Okay, what else? That should be enough. You know better than me what has to go on a resume. I do. She's a Bolivarian, traveled the whole world looking for Minos, and never quite found it. Still don't get why. All I can say is her spirit is commendable. It's always good to have faith. That's what I'm curious about. You usually don't pay much attention to people. This Kyobi, is she that special? What is it about her that caught your attention? Her weapons. I'm serious, Vulcan. I'm serious too. How so? Her name was carved into that axe. Minos isn't Higashi. We don't just tape our names onto weapons in case we lose them. If your name is on a weapon, it means something big. Plus, I couldn't forge that axe. But that technique, I know I've seen it somewhere. I want to help her solve the mystery of that weapon. Then maybe someday, she'll come back and solve something for me. I guess you could say I'm just a selfish blacksmith. Do you craftsmen have your secrets? I am curious, what big craftsman made her weapons? If even Vulcan's like, yo, not even I could make that axe. That is impressive. And it has her name engraved? Dang. Well, whatever. That's enough for me. Sorry to bother you. Go get some rest. I'm sorry too. No need. I'm just doing my job here. Thanks. Don't thank me either. Next time you're up for a drink, come on. Come by while I'm on. I've got a new mix. I'm calling it Kashmir's Fury. Give it a try sometime? Heh, sure. Huh. That's why I say HR isn't easy. Kids these days don't know how to write a proper CV. Oh, that just gives me a little bit of worry now. Don't know how to write a proper CV. Cause I did recently apply for another job at the campus since I was recommended to apply for something. Not gonna lie, my resume and cover letter and stuff was probably on the questionable side. But it's okay because I was recommended. Like, sure, in the position might need a degree, and I don't have that quite yet, but they recommended me, so I'm shooting my shot. And holy cow, 976 saved pools. That is impressive. It takes a good chat to dig up all the juicy it takes a good chat to dig up all the juicy stuff hidden down there. It's all mysterious, wrapped up in enigmas. Damn it. I'm an HR director, not a detective.
Short but passionate words in Victorian dialect. Director? Oh, what is it? Director, we're ready to interview a new operator, if you would. I see. By the way, here's Kyobi's contract, all signed and notarized. File it for me and then send someone to inform the operator on her formal onboarding. I feel like that should be enough, honestly. Because it's one of the degrees that they listed as what they wanted. Plus, HR is the one who recommended me, so I'm just like, hey, HR, if you're really willing to help me out, I'll do it. Teehee. Understood. Just a moment. Be sure Operator Vulcan is here for that. She may be needed to explain some of the formal terms and conditions. Understood. Okay, enough chatter. Back to work. Flipping through new operator files. Heh. Sure enough, another one who can't write a CV worth a damn. Looks like I'm in for another long evening. Good luck to the HR director here at Rhodes Island. Especially if a lot of them are just like, I want to work here. Just purely, I want to just work here, please. Hey, Amiya. It's nice to see you, Amiya. The bestie has to be on my page for a while because she's the bestie. And wait a second, I can do this way, silly me. Kyobi. She is just as unhinged as Elias when it comes to food. Oh, it's gonna be wild. XXL Honey Biscuit. Children of the Barons will apply nature's norms in civilized society. Extra extra large honey biscuit, yummy. Oh wait, the files first. Oops, just go out first. Yeah, nah, it's not too late. Nah, it's not too late. But yeah, see, look, I did it. Well, the badge is the same as always, but we can just look at it real quick. Caster operator. Yep, she's definitely a caster. The best casters. One of the greatest casters, totally. Truly a caster of all time. Also, I just realized I gotta put her in one of these instead. Or I mean, this one. I had her in this earlier, but because I raised her, it disappeared. Okay, there. That's the one I want. And now for really dry bread. Story. Really dry bread. Oh, and it's a baguette. Oh, that is a very, very painful bonk bonk. And oops, you're right. The Union chips. I give them to the Harmony cubes. I haven't bought any of the others. I just have their base for the ones I rehabilitated. And now basic info. Codename Kyobi. Gender female. Combat experience 3 years. Place of birth Bolivar. Date of birth March 3rd. Oh, her birthday was early this week. Last week, actually, no. Last week, yeah. Race, Pero. Height, 153 centimeters. Infection status. Originium crystals are distributed across the surface of her body, confirmed infected by medical examination. Physical exam. Physical strength, standard. Mobility, excellent. Physical resilience, exceptional. Tactical acumen, normal. Combat skill, standard. Originium arts assimilation, excellent. Yeah, apparently she's just standard. Profile. A wanderer from birth, Kyobi was infected through her prolonged trek through the harsh wilderness. After being rescued by Rhodes Island and successfully passing the operator exam, she became a member of Rhodes Island.
Clinical analysis. You're just saving them so you can upgrade the dragon. Honestly, worth it though. Out of all of them, the first one I'd wanna be able to give more love to would be Guilty. Clinical analysis. Imaging tests reveal blurry outlines on this operator's internal organs, clouded with abnormal dark spots. Her circulatory system shows an abnormally high rate of originium particulate matter, with other signs of a ripethy infection, which we can confirm that the operator is infected. Cell originium assimilation, 9%. Operator Kyobi has clear signs of infection, with crystals deposited mainly on the trunk, perhaps due to blood circulation. Blood originium crystal density, 0.31 U/L. A long period of wandering has resulted in this operator never receiving formal treatment, and her infection is quickly getting worse, a significant cause for worry. Has she dragged this body around all over the world? The ship is perhaps the last chance she has for a miracle, but her body... I hope there is still something we can do. GA Medic Operator. All things considered, she's so happy. Archive File 1. Kyobi and Rhodes Island made first contact as enemies on the battlefield. At the time, a hungry Kyobi attacked one of Rhodes Island's reserve squads. While they were performing missions in Lithuanian, the tired and hungry Kyobi was eventually defeated after a bitter battle. The Rhodes Island operators then disarmed her and dropped her off at the Lithuanian branch of Rhodes Island. But due to the deteriorating living conditions of the infected in Lithuanian, the team finally brought Kyobi back to the vessel. Along the way, Kyobi, who had always kept a distance from civilization, was slightly wary of communicating with others. However, after coming to Rhodes Island, she began to gain a new understanding of the people who had bested her. Eat well, drink well, sleep well, and beat up bad people. I love that. That's her new understanding. What do these people do at Rhodes Island? They eat well, they drink well, they sleep well, and they beat up bad people. Coincidentally, these are all the things that she likes to do, so upon an operator's recommendation, she joined Rhodes Island without hesitation. All the things she likes to do: eat, drink, sleep, and beat people up. Wonderful. I love it. Archive File Number 2. Kyobi felt confused, or rather, was mystified by the new world she was able to step into. With the exception of the few familiar faces she had met before, there were far too many people waiting to make her acquaintance. Of course, her priority is not so much becoming acquainted with people, but rather becoming acquainted with food. Yes. In the place where everyone gathers to eat, there's a certain door. On the other side is a world of countless edibles waiting for her to sample. She's not particularly subtle in her efforts to sneak in, resulting in a high probability of being found and shown the way out. However, that doesn't seem to deter her. At least, until she's tasted the contents of all the bottles and cans there. In light of the fact that Kyobi is still learning about the norms of civilized life, everyone privately agreed to not punish her when she gets caught. And some people even took the opportunity to feed Kyobi some strange things. Though these people usually fall under one of these categories: the experimenters, the kind-hearted, and those who just want to make fun of her, Kyobi generally only has 2 words to say about the things she eats: yummy or good. No one can coax any other words out of Kyobi. Naturally, the experiments can't get the kind of data they're looking for. The experimenters can't get the kind of data they're looking for. The kind-hearted pretty much all get the same few responses, and those who try to make fun of Kyobi are undertaking a self-defeating task. Over time, the number of people casually trying to feed Kyobi decreased as well. Although she had indulged in many foods of all shapes and sizes since coming to Rhodes Island, if asked to pick the food she loved the most, she would choose honey biscuits. As a matter of fact, honey biscuits are the only thing that she seems to be picky with. Currently, she only accepts biscuits baked by Lava, Vulcan, and Matterhorn. She won't touch even a single crumb of the biscuits baked by anyone else. Aww. I guess she just likes them that much. Even the logistics chief. Summary: she won't eat, but she absolutely can eat just about everything. She loves honey biscuits. If the day comes where she's in the mood to eat the entirety of Rose Island, she'll likely just do that. They're the chosen ones. Archive file number 3. Kyobi made many good friends after arriving at Rhodes Island. But in the greatest, mightiest, and most reliable person of all in her eyes is the doctor. Though the doctor looks a lot weaker than her, she finds the doctor to be much smarter than even Vulcan, capable of explaining concepts that seem utterly inconceivable to her in just a few simple words so that she can understand the gist of things. When being briefed on missions, she couldn't wrap her head around things like tactical simulations, but the doctor had a brilliant idea. By giving her simple, concrete commands such as, stand here, attack this, or fight until I arrive. I like those commands! She was able to complete her missions. As a result, Kyobi was able to save some brain cells. That is, who wrote this? Who wrote her files? As a result, Kyobi was able to save some brain cells. And the doctor entered the ranks of the few people who Kyobi would completely set her weapons down around. Other than the doctor, the person who Kyobi respects the most is Vulcan. Archive file number 4. Kyobi's very first weapon was an axe with her name engraved upon it. Her curiosity led her to seek the meaning behind the axe, so she stopped to ask a question to the first person she could find. And thus began her life of wandering. Along the way, when she got hungry, she ate wild fruits. When she was thirsty, she drank water from the rivers. Her journeys took her away from most of civilization. Because she didn't have the ability to discern areas that were contaminated with originium, Kyobi quickly contracted oripathy. And what she described as black crystals started to appear across some parts of her body. Ouchies. At first, these growths were a source of fear for her, but as she continued to wander, she began to see the power that these crystals had brought her. The weapons had grown stronger. Kyobi's fears were soon replaced with a strong desire to obtain more weapons, an uncontrollable impulse that often drove her to resort to violence to satisfy. Though she tried to suppress these impulses and use peaceful methods to obtain weapons, the outcomes would often differ greatly from her expectations. Sometimes she would rescue others, sometimes she would injure them. Some would reward her with weapons for completing tasks for them. Some would use weapons to try to lure her, while others would gift them to her with no strings attached. In any case, her journey took her far to the east, where a well-intentioned person told her that she had taken the wrong way. With her large collection of weapons and tails in tow, she turned around and returned west. Her journey finally came to an end when she attacked a Rhodes Island squad led by Fang, while trying to obtain food. While Kyobi lacked the qualifications to become an operator, the HR department finally gave her an opportunity to take the operator evaluation exam upon Vulcan's recommendation. She had no expectation of becoming an operator, nor did she know what such job entailed, but she still demonstrated a great desire to become one. After becoming a fully fledged member in Rhodes Island, her daily routine of eating, drinking, and fighting, combined with medical treatment of her neuropathy, also alleviated her strange fixation upon collecting weapons. She has grown accustomed to her comfortable lifestyle and hopes that her time here can last forever if possible, as long as someone can unlock the secret of her axe. At least she's done collecting weapons, being a loot goblin. She's just like, you know what, I have food, drink, and I can fight. I'm satisfied, no need more weapons. Lava likely gave her the knives. Lava was probably the one who gave her the knives for free. The weapons for free. No strings attached. Promotion record. Kyobi's advanced infection has given her the ability to enchant her weapons. Because the enchanting process requires a suitable weapon to serve as a carrier, each enchantment will instinctively choose its own weapon. And then, in accordance with the quality of the weapon, the enchantment will confer a different originium characteristics such as flames, rocks, or ice. In the past, this ability was a subconscious process that she could not control, and therefore she didn't give much thought into it. Now, under the tutelage of Rose Island operators, she is working hard to understand her unique skill. Though she may never be able to muster the fundamentals of originium arts through studying, she must learn enough to operate her skills on a basic level, which would be enough to help her achieve a baseline level of identification and control and strengthen and strengthen her abilities all around. Today, Rhodes Island has developed a comprehensive learning plan for Kyobi. And as long as she is willing to sit down in a classroom and begin working on her literacy, we have a reason to believe that she can become an excellent arts user in the future. Feel free to dream. Anonymous comments. Anonymous comments. Yes, the secret of eating boiling hot noodles. So would next be her modules or her record? Oh, Kyobi, she's just adorable. Okay, record. Extra large honey biscuit. Children of the Barons will apply nature's norms in civilized society. Oh yeah. Rhodes Island Landship. Vulcan's workshop. And oh wait, I got a message from my group members for my group work. Let me check that real quick. I don't think I had anything I had to do today. Let me see. I'm just gonna give them a thumbs up. And a little awesome. Woohoo, awesome. Oh, not aerosol, stop it, autocorrect. Awesome. Awesome. Done. Okay. Did a thing. Responded to my group member. Oh, Arknights fanfiction would be hilarious. Vulcan's workshop. But yes, yay for reading. Reading is fun. Okay. What is it, Vulcan? Need my help? When was the last time you performed maintenance on your equipment? Well, let me think. 1, 2... Kyobi counts on her fingers. 15 days, I think. It's about time. You better get to work on them. Okay. You still have the maintenance diagram I drew for you? Yep. I hung it up in my room. Are there sufficient tools and consumables in that room? If you run out, you can take some now. There's enough. Good. Let's clean up and pack up. Then we can head out when the fire dies down. Leave? Are you going out? Yes, I have to check on the boiler room. Then collect the materials I ordered from the warehouse. Don't have time to worry about the fire. I can watch the fire. That's not a good job for you. You have things you need to do as well, right? I guess. Almost time, let's go. I made you lunch. Remember to take it when you leave. This is cute. It's nice seeing how Vulcan's still taking care of Kyobi. It's like, you know what? I adopted her. I made her lunch. Here you go, my child. Take your home lunch. Do your thing. That's adorable. I'll come find you when I finish. Every mission loss. Reading a paragraph of a fiction plot. Okay, Vulcan. Right, see you later. Come back soon. Oh, she's gone. What should I do? I'll go to my room and take care of my babies then. Dormitories. Kyobi's room. This picture says vegetable oil. Vegetable oil? Is it this? The label says vegetable oil. I got it. What's the next step? Dip the cloth into the oil, then slowly rub all the shiny parts. Yep, just like that. I remember it super clearly. I wonder what Vulcan will say when she sees how good I did. Maybe I'll get a gift? She made a top for me last time. It's so fun to spin. Maybe I'll get something even better this time. I've never tasted oil before. Since it's food for my babies, it must taste good. Depending on the vegetable oil. Kyobi dips her finger in the oil and licks it. Blech. Looks like I can't eat the food my babies like. And here I thought maybe we'd have something to enjoy together. Like, I like the taste of sesame oil. And olive oil has a decent flavor too when it comes to the vegetable oils. Humph. Back to work. Okay, I'm done. What to do next? Oh, I have to wipe oil on other parts. With different oils too. Yeah. A long time later. I think I'm almost done. I'm kinda hungry. Okay, lunchtime. Today's lunch is grilled meat sweet chop and mashed potatoes with sauce. Wow. Vulcan made her such a good food. I like that. Finished. Vulcan is so good at crafting anything, even food. But I'm still a little hungry. What time is it now? 11. 11:15. It's noon. It's time for everyone to eat. Which means, yay! Away! More food! 11:30 a.m. Rhodes Island Cafeteria. Wow, there's a lot of people here. Let's see what food they have. Oh, wow! Wow!
Hello, Kyobi. What do you want to eat?
I'm looking. Since there's so much good food here, there must be more inside. Okay, let me think how to sneak inside.
Are you gonna order?
No, I don't need to. Bye.
See you. Courier, the food for your counter is almost here. Be ready. Okay. She's here. Understood.
Vulcan told me to watch closely and wait for a chance. I didn't watch enough last time and the old guy caught me at the door. But this time will be different. I'll definitely get inside.
Shichi. Huh. If I recall correctly, it goes in the middle, where Courier is standing.
Alright. The door is close to my hiding spot. There's a pretty lady by the door. I can't let her see me. Little Cub is talking to her. There's a lot of tasty stuff next to her, but people are watching. There's a little hole further away. I think it's for the dishes. I can't get through it. The door is my only choice. But the door is so crowded still. I'll wait a while more. Okay, the door is quieter now. No one's there. Now's my chance. Go! Yummy goodies, here I come. Whoa, okay, you can't go in there. I can't? You can't. Don't you see the sign on the door? I see it. I see a red circle with a tilty red line going through it. I also see K. That means K is not allowed in here. Got it? Got it. If you get it, why are you still going in? Hungry. If you're hungry, you can just get in line and order something to eat. Hungry? You're not allowed in there. But I'm hungry. Fine. I'll think of something. What if I give you this cookie, will you promise not to go inside? Sniff, sniff. Okay. Here. Thanks. Nyam. Cookie. Hello. Ooh, Kamen Rider horoscope shorts. Not long afterwards. Little Cub's cookie was tasty, but I'm still hungry. Sorry, Little Cub. I still want to go in. Maybe I got found out because I was too excited. I won't make the same mistake again. Let's see. The only one by the door is a pretty lady at the counter. The door's still open? Wow. There's a bread inside the basket. Smells so fresh. I want to eat it. Yummy goodies. Here I come.
What is it? Where are you going?
Oh no, I got caught. What do I do? I want to go to the toilet.
This isn't the toilet. There's a sign over there. Look for the one with the blue and pink people. Oh, the shorts came out around the Let's Go Kamen Riders movie we watched. Ooh. Oh, I see. Thanks, pretty lady. No problem. Don't make the same mistake next time. Got it. I'm lucky she didn't figure me out. I don't want Vulcan to get mad at me. Gitano, the last dish is here. Ah, good job. This should go to the farthest corner where Noir corn is. Alright. What's up? Nothing really. Gummy bit me. Oh? Or ooh? I didn't know you two were that close. Don't joke about it, it hurts. Alright. Huh? Put 2 standard meal sets at the prep station near the kitchen door. To feed the Paro? I'm good. Sure. I'll tell the cooks. Ow. Maybe it'll go numb later. Please no, spare me. I'm just joking. If you're joking, doesn't that mean I'm done for? Of course not. Go on, we can wrap up and leave and have lunch soon. Okay. I'll make it this time. Let's see. There's no one there at all. Even the pretty lady by the door is gone. It looks like a nice cafeteria. I want to know what kind of food they have. Yay. Huh. The door's unlocked. I'm going in. Ooh, there really was food in here. How's it taste? Wow, it's tasty. So good. Wow. I'm so happy I got to eat. I better go home and finish taking care of my babies. Just now, wasn't Little Cub's tummy rumbling? Is she hungry because she gave her cookie to me? Poor little cub. Vulcan says that when people help you, you should pay it back double, or triple, or whatever's even more than those. I forgot. Forple? Ah, yes, Forple. Hey, hello. Anyway, Little Cub gave me a small cookie, so I should give her a really big cookie. Okay, I'll make it as soon as Vulcan gets back. Now I need to go home and finish up my work. Kyobi's room. Weapons are done. The covers for the weapons and the bags are clean. Just one last thing left. Vulcan, please hurry back so Little Cub won't be hungry anymore. Who's there? It's me. Vulcan, I'll get the door. You came back really early today. Work went nice and smooth today. Finished quick. Can you let me see your maintenance work? Okay. I just finished. The weapons are all neat on the table. Great. I'll have a look. I did it just like the pictures. I have to believe in myself. I know I did it right. How is it? The oil is applied very evenly. Vulcan lifts the weapon and sniffs it. The right oils too. Oh? You cleaned the sheaths? Yep. Good. You did a good job. Thanks, Vulcan. I'm going back to the workshop. Do you want to come along? Vulcan's workshop. This is a good batch of material here. I hope I can make something satisfying out of it. Go on, say it. Little Cub is still starving. But I'm a little nervous. What's wrong? Is there anything you want to tell me? Well... Yes? Can you teach me how to make a big cookie? Oh, you want to make your own food finally? Yeah. Please teach me quickly. Little Cub is gonna starve to death soon. Little Cub, you mean Gummy? Yeah. Noon. Yeah, Noon. I saw Little Cub at noon. She gave me a really tasty cookie, so I want to give Little Cub an even bigger, even tastier one. But
I don't know how to make a cookie, and I don't know where little cub lives either. So
I understand.
Vulcan,
You'll twist your tongue in a knot if you keep talking.
sorry, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Alright. Now listen to me.
Alright.
I know where she lives. I'll teach you how to make the treat, then bring you there.
Really?
I'm always willing to teach if you're willing to learn.
I wanna learn.
I happen to have some fermented dough here. Let's make a huge cookie, okay?
Okay.
How big do you want it to be?
The bigger the better.
Alright. Help me clear the workspace. I'll get the fire going.
Got it. I like this. Vulcan's like, I should be doing some work, but then my daughter Kyobi wants to make a cookie for her friend, so I'm gonna help her.
Preparations are just about done. Did you wash your hands, Kay?
Yep. Wow. What is this?
Dough.
What should I do?
Simple, just knead the dough. Just try it and see. It'll let you know if you're doing it wrong.
Kneading the dough. Like this?
Yes, continue. Don't be afraid to crush it. Put some force into it. Knead it for a few more minutes.
I love how it sounds like she's just punching it.
Alright, that should be enough. Spread it on the board. Cut it in half with a knife.
Like this?
Yep. Then press each half into the circle. Correct. We won't use any stuffing this time. I'll teach you how to prepare the stuffing and how to make pies when you're better at this. You missed a spot here. Yes, here. Alright, not bad. Take the dough on the board and put it into the oven. Use these mitts for safety.
Okay. On the rack in the oven?
Correct.
Okay, it's in. Making cookies is so easy. What else do I need to do?
Watch the time.
That's hard. Around 10 minutes later.
Okay. It's time to take the cookies out. Or the cookie out.
It's time?
Yes.
Ooh.
Wait. Put these mitts on first.
Right.
Just place it on the table and it's done.
Okay. Sniff, sniff. It smells nice. It must be really tasty. Let me taste it. Kyobi breaks off a piece and chews it.
What do you think?
It's tasty. Cookies are best when they're still hot. I have to give this to Little Cub quickly.
I'll put it in between these wooden boards, so it'll stay warm longer. I'll guide you this time, but you have to go by yourself next time, got it?
Got it. Dormitories. Outside Gummy's place.
We're here.
Got it. Kyobi rings the bell. Ding dong.
Come in, the door's open.
Kyobi pokes her head in. Is Little Cub here? There you are. Hiya. I ate your cookies earlier, so I got you a new one. I have not specifically seen that one. Or listened to that one. But oh, that one sounds hilarious. I do love those set of silly ones. The ASMR trend with all like just the screaming and dying sounds. Oh, the comedy. Vulcan taught me how to make it. It's fresh out of the oven. Isn't it kinda big? Hurry up and eat it before it gets cold. Bye-bye.
How did it go?
Little Cub looked very happy.
Oh, that's great.
Vulcan.
Huh?
Oh, that chocolate.
Huh?
Thank you.
Heh. You don't have to thank me. Learn to do it well and you can make cookies by yourself next time. Who knows, you might even be able to make your own honey biscuits one day.
Wow, that sounds good.
Doesn't it?
But I think it's still eat your honey biscuits, Vulcan.
Really?
Yep.
Oh, that sounds good too. Let's go back. We can't leave the fire alone for too long. Besides, you haven't finished eating the other cookie yet.
Alright. I was in such a rush to bring the cookie to Little Cub, I forgot my own.
That kind of cookie is fine for filling your stomach, but it still lacks a little something to make it really delicious. Do you remember the meat sauce from last time? Want me to dip your cookie in it?
Yes.
Let's go then. I'm a little hungry too.
Got it. Yummy goodies, here I come.
Meat sauce cookies.
Interesting.
I would try it. How bad could it be?
Especially if they're biscuits, that might be fine.
But now we're going for some really dry bread.
A dry baguette would be a good weapon. So really dry bread. Basic information. The first thing Kyobi couldn't understand was why. There was so much bread here, she can't have any. She held the bread in her hand and stood in front of the counter, only to see the angry boss staring at her. She was hungry and couldn't help but take a bite out of it. The boss said she had to pay for it, but Kyobi couldn't pay, so she took out a broken arrow and glass tube that she didn't know where she got. In the midst of the business, Kyobi had someone shouting out, "Beef!" Kyobi grabbed a bread and rushed out. The thing she couldn't understand was why bad people would steal wallets and make it hard for people to eat bread. She was chasing a motorcycle, and the motorcycle was vrooming along the field. Oh man, an egg sandwich sounds pretty good right now. And the sky was getting dark. She got tired of chasing, but the bad guys was still sitting on the motorcycle. She heard the bad guy shouting excitedly.
She's been chasing us all this time. What kind of monster is she? Let's fight her.
The motorcycle stopped, and then the bad guy ran over with a metal stick and got knocked over with a thud sound. Kyobi held the bread and looked at him. The third thing that Kyobi could understand was why other people could suddenly hear weapons talking too. The people who got their wallets back surrounded her. She stood in front of the boss and said that she wanted to keep the bread for herself. That's because she heard that bread talking to her, and the bread was also a weapon.
What did the bread say? The gentle boss asked her.
Kyobi tilted her head and thought for a while, and listened for a while. The bread sounds like a grumbling stomach. So Kyobi left the houses and the very flat road with a large bag of bread. The bread that could be used to hit people didn't talk anymore, and became too hard to bite, which was strange. Kyobi thought that one day she could come to understand these things. Interesting. Yeah, what a reasoning. Real dry bread. And then there's knife I made. Oh, look at what she made. That's adorable. I do like the talking for the bread, though. It's like, it just sounds like a growling stomach, totally, yeah. And bread is a good weapon. Have you ever felt a stale baguette, basically? That thing is sturdy as heck. If you let that harden, yep, that is a weapon, alright. A blunt weapon. Wait, look at how cute this is. I'm assuming the blade or the knife she made is probably the one with the little bandage on it. The knife I made. I always thought if I just make puppy dog eyes at Vulcan, I could get her to do anything. But when I told her I wanted to make a weapon, she got all serious and said no. She said I just wanted to play and I wasn't taking it seriously, and I wouldn't learn it right. I even promised that if I didn't learn it right, I wouldn't get to eat anything yummy, and she still said no. Not even wagging my tail worked. She was like a rock. And I couldn't make her budge at all. try hitting your big brother's face when you were small with that? Truly a weapon. Hey, congratulations on getting Nobu. Yay for Nobu. Today, the little steel knife I just bought broke. Vulcan says it used bad steel, and the forge work was suspect, so it would have snapped even if it wasn't me using it. I don't get it. The words just fly past me. Inside my head it's all empty, so empty that I can't think of anything. By the time I snap out of it, Vulcan's at work. She looks at me, stops what she's doing, and puts a big chunk of metal in the furnace. She pushes her hammer into my hands and makes me hold it. The cloth on the handle is still sort of wet and warm, and it's hard to get your hands off once you're holding it on tight. But it's really heavy too. How does she swing it so much all the time? I want to ask her something or other. But she's starting at that metal chunk. It's all red now. Better not to bother her. The furnace is kind of roasting the air. When she's not watching, I lightly tap my palm on with the hammer, so I can imagine what it'd be like swinging it with all my strength. It's gotta hurt a lot. After a while, Vulcan pulls the red hot metal out of the furnace and puts it on the anvil, and takes the hand I'm holding the hammer in and swings down with it. Thunk! My hand kinda hurts, and my ears are all humming a little, but I'm super duper happy, so I don't mind at all. Is this forging? Is Vulcan teaching me to forge? Am I gonna become an awesome blacksmith just like her? No, I can't do it. Even though she's been next to me all this time, all day, teaching me what to do, all I made in the end was this metal chunk, strip, sheet. The surface is all dented and bumpy, and there's no sharp edge. I can't speed up the bad guys with it. I'll just bonk them. Now I've wasted her good metal. She's gotta be really mad. She gave me a little biscuit and said I did pretty well. Really? Am I good at this? I think I'll keep it with my other baby weapons. Maybe it's not all that pretty, but it's my knife and I made it. It's really strong and really hard. It can clobber the bad guys and shoot out super lightning. I love it. Oh, that's adorable. She just tried her best, so Vulcan's like, you know what? My daughter, you did a good job. Have a little biscuit. Yum, 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 yum. Kyobi's just adorable. But she has a big bundle of mysteries. Like, how did she get that weapon? Her hammer with her name on it. I mean, her axe with her name on it. And in Minoan, of all things. The ultimate surprise. The old Kyobi's love for food. She's gonna do so well in Dungeon Meshi collab. Her and Lyles are gonna become besties. I wonder if Senshi's gonna remind her of Vulcan. But yeah, for the others, see, look, I was good. Ta-da! Got my nice little Susie ready. Heck, I should probably just increase these two later on. Later on, of course. You fear for Marcio's mental health? So then tomorrow would be for these two, right? For, as in Jessica and Golden Glow. But yeah. Got this one too, the hero of mine. Rather than the materials, I think the hardest thing for preparing the modules was actually getting the requirements. Because I'm like, okay, just make sure that they kill the right person, or else, oof, gotta redo. Okay, good to know. Okay, if I can go for it now, perfect then. Sweet. I'll start with the... files then. File. Basic info. Codename Jessica. Gender female. Combat experience 7 years. Place of birth, Victoria. Date of birth, March 3. Race, feline. Height, 149 centimeters. Oh wait, wood? Yeah, height 149 centimeters. Infection status. Medical tests have confirmed that no infection is present. Physical exam. You wouldn't recommend to level a module unless you want it. Susie's worth it. Physical exam. Physical strength excellent. Mobility excellent. Physical resilience excellent. Tactical acumen standard. Combat skill standard. Originium arts assimilation standard. I like how Jessica is both excellent in physical strength and mobility. Heck, even the resilience. She's buff as heck. Profile. Jessica Brinley, after departing from Black Steel HQ for personal reasons, chose to go to the frontier to become a sheriff. Currently, she provides assistance to Rhodes Island as a partnered operator in the local branch office. Clinical analysis. Imaging tests reveal clear normal outlines of internal organs, and no abnormal shadows have been detected. Originium granules have not been detected in the circulatory system, and there is no sign of infection. At this time, this operator is believed to be uninfected. Cell originium assimilation, 0%. Operator Jessica shows no signs of originium infection. Blood originium crystal density, 0.19U/L. Jessica's BOCD has increased than before, but is still in the safe range. However, she's been out on the frontier for quite some time, and is often exposed to originium products without proper protective measures, so we need to pay close attention to her. I'm actually more worried about her own injuries than about her getting infected. Medical operator from the Frontier Branch Office. Archive file number 1. We don't know precisely why Jessica set aside her mercenary career, and Black Steel isn't particularly forthcoming about it. Whenever we bring it up, the person in charge always seems to say something evasive before quickly changing the subject. However, it's true that Jessica has long been dissatisfied with Black Steel's tough, uncompromising way of doing things, which the operators familiar with her had all noticed to some extent. Oh! After Dungeon Meshi, it's gonna be Lapland Alter and Suzu Mom. Oh no, I do want Lap Alter especially. Oh man. And yes, Suzy. Suzy has to be one of the ones. For sure. On several occasions, she had returned to Rhodes Island from a Black Steel mission without outwardly displaying any negative emotions, but instead lock herself in her room and not communicate with anyone for days at a time. Afterwards, we found out that she had been disciplined for disobeying her superiors. We realized that her differences with the PMC would be difficult to reconcile. The clash came to a head during the mission in the Four-Toed Belt of Eastern Columbia, resulting in Jessica walking away from Black Steel and her career, turning her back on both Fort Barron and the Brinley family to start over in a brand new land. Fortunately, our partnership with her does not end simply because she severed ties with Black Steel. The Bird and Beast station she established on her frontier works, together with our branch office, to deliver medicine to remote areas that cannot otherwise be reached by vehicle, ensuring that sick pioneers can get medication in a timely manner. While Jessica also needed funding to establish a frontier camp, we're extremely pleased to be working together with her once again. While she may appear soft and shy on the surface, deep down, she's actually tough and resilient. She also has a lot of empathy and is keenly aware of the emotions of others. These rare qualities allow her to confront those who have suffered from various traumas, but also make her more susceptible to their emotions. It often takes her a long time to escape from that pain and sadness. Even more unfortunate is the fact that she stubbornly chooses to face everything alone. Despite everything she's witnessed and endured as a mercenary, Jessica has always been reluctant to share her experiences. Not that it's our place to pry, but just by closely observing her behavior, we do believe that she's doing much better now. At least, She now really isolates herself in the shooting range after returning to the landship from the frontier. Archive file number 2. Before officially participating in Black Steel's field missions, Jessica had been working as a weapons tester in the Equipment and Applied Technology Department. There, she was exposed to a wide array of cutting-edge weaponry and got to know many veterans retired from the Armed Personnel Dispatch Department. They were all experienced and could provide constructive advice during the weapons development process, and it's clear that Jessica has been heavily influenced by them. On top of her other experiences, not only is she accustomed to using various weapons, but she's also proficient at modifying and improving them. In terms of weapon selection, Jessica prefers to carry a Black Steel Model 1094 pneumatic handgun, a high-performance weapon representing the pinnacle of Black Steel's sophisticated weapons R&D. As soon as it launched, it became the most popular gun of the year, beloved by mercenaries, but when faced with more complex situations, she will turn to a self-modified assault rifle, which is extremely accurate, powerful, and easy to assemble and disassemble quickly. What's with these ahas? Just, Aside from those two commonly used firearms, the presence of ships and armored vehicles in some extreme combat environments can pose serious difficulties. That's when she turns to a Raytheon heavy-duty anti-armor, anti-ship cannon, and the accompanying tactical shield also takes mobility into account and can be used as a gun mount in addition to its basic protective function. Plus, the space inside the shield can be used to store additional small arms, ammunition, and other military equipment. But as you know, the battlefield is constantly shifting and requires thorough preparation each and every time, so Jessica tends to bring her entire arsenal with her, which greatly tests her load-bearing capabilities and arm strength. Now that she's out on the frontier, where the outdoor combat can be harsh and fierce bandits show up in convoys to rob suppliers, she needs to carry not only her gear, but also extra supplies and... So you're saying that now that you've lost to her in 47 arm wrestling contests in a row, even though you claim that you can bench press 200 kilos, gotcha. Wait a second, I wonder how buff Jessica actually is though, because it says that her strength is excellent, and if this person claims to be able to bench 200 kilos, and Jessica can beat them each and every time. How much can Jessica lift? Like, dang, Jessica. She can probably toss anyone over. She'll bridal carry anyone. Imagine tiny Jessica just throwing Matterhorn over one shoulder and Mountain over the other. She is the slowest. And she is ultimately skilled too. Like, holy cow. Grah. Excerpts from an everyday conversation between HR and HR operators. Yeah, motivation to get beefed up. I respect that, Jessica. I like that. Your goals, Jessica. Archive file number 3. Bernie Brinley and his wife already had a son and 2 daughters when they went on to have the 3rd daughter in Jessica. As the family's youngest, everyone doted on her. Not only were her parents extremely loving, but her brother and sisters were very close to her as well. There are reports that several of her promotions at Black Steel were due to her family's support. While we don't know what sort of crime Jessica Brinley committed to get sent out to the frontier, it makes sense for a pampered rich girl who never learned right from wrong to be capable of just about anything. Yesterday, when confronted by doubtful reporters, Bernie Brinley still tried to defend his daughter, throwing his dignity to the wayside and screaming at them, "Bank robbery? Where the hell did you hear that nonsense? Utterly ridiculous. Are you implying that there's a bank robber in my family?" "You best watch your mouth, sir. That's my daughter you're trying to slander." Excerpts from the morning news on a Colombian TV station. Aw, it's actually very sweet. The coverage of me is so one-sided. Turning off the TV, the girl looked back and addressed the operator behind her. "Yes, I agree. You're not like that at all, Jessica. Everyone here knows that." "No, it's not what I mean. What I meant. They didn't even mention my grandfather, even though he's the one closest to me." "Huh? That's what's bothering you? Yeah, when he was with me, he didn't act like an elder at all. More like a playmate. When I was little, my favorite thing to do was sit in his arms and listen to him brag about his adventures out on the frontier, back when he was a soldier. Whenever he was done, he'd find his tie smeared with puree and cream. That's just how it was. I was really little at the time. I was always eating. I would also crawl around all over the place. He really was the best grandfather ever.
What happened afterward?
Well, I grew up and went off to secondary school in Victoria. Then he suddenly fell ill, and by the time I made it back home, he had already passed. I only had time to lay a bouquet of flowers in front of his tombstone.
I'm so sorry.
Don't apologize. I'm the one who brought it up. I never blame you for that. It's just nice having someone that I can talk to about him. Excerpts about the conversation between two operators while watching the morning news. Aww.
You got a second Nobu?
Hey, congratulations! Oh man, now I want a second Nobu. Nobu no Nobu. Archive find number 4. Everyone was shocked when they met Jessica on the frontier. The girl in front of them was wearing coarse trousers and a plaid shirt. And behind her followed a neighing herd of burden beasts. She was riding barefoot on the lead beast, her skin flushed by the sun. If not for the familiar gun at her waist, nobody would have recognized that she was the same operator who used to work with us aboard the landship. After learning that we passed through the camp she was living in on our way to our destination, she offered to give us a ride. Quite fortunate for us, actually, since we were worried about damaging our vehicle at the time. Atop the burden beast, we headed up to the river into the woodland. There we discovered that what life was like for her after leaving Black Steel. In the middle of the night, several insects got through the tent's damaged fabric. Be it the noisy buzzing of their wings or the itchy bumps from their bites, everyone was so fed up that they were swatting them one by one. But Jessica didn't seem to mind at all. She was simply curled up in a makeshift cot of 2 chairs pushed together, sleeping soundly, when an insect landed on her eyelid and left a huge bump behind.
Oh, on the eyelid! No, I hate that. Oh, I hate that so much.
I had a fly bite like near my eyelid and I was so freaking mad at it. Just When an insect landed on her eyelid and left a huge bump behind, she simply rubbed it unconsciously before falling back into a deep slumber. This one night was but a sliver of Jessica's hard-knock life. Not only did she need to deal with complex issues around the camp on a daily basis, she also had to deal with bandits and beasts periodically coming to harass her. Fortunately, she doesn't have to endure these things alone, as there are many people supporting her. The Alafia cook responsible for the camp's meals has exceptional skills, and even the most unpalatable ingredients are delicious in her hands. The old man tending the campfire has dexterous hands and repaired our vehicle for us. There is also a girl who's good with numbers and is in charge of all the camp's finances. Our group from the Jessica event, adorable. In addition, there's a Sangta hunter who's as good at herding livestock as he is ill-mannered, and he and Jessica take turns ensuring the security of the camp. Through everyone's mutual support, the newly established camp quickly got on track and invited other pioneers to join. Before we left, Jessica pointed to a forest in the distance and said this: We plan to buy a nice pine forest. On the frontier, logging is a relative secure industry, and good quality white pine can be sold in Nomadic City for 200 cents per unit per cubic yard. That'll give us enough funds to build a small lodging plate. Once we have a nomadic plate, everyone's lives will be that much better. As she spoke, her eyes let out a soft shine before becoming placid and calm again. During this whole exchange, her gaze remained fixed on that forest, not wavering for a moment. Promotion record. That's correct, Doctor. I participated in an armed robbery on the Davis Town Bank. That's just a fact, and I have nothing to dispute. The girl looks at you and rubs her hands together anxiously. However, I'm not on the frontier to serve out a sentence. I wasn't charged with any crime, not because I was motivated by wanting to help the locals being extorted by the bank, but rather because I'm not allowed to be guilty, because Black Steel operators cannot be guilty, because members of the Brindley family cannot be guilty. The girl holds up a teapot in her hands and gives the tea leaves floating on the surface a blow, but accidentally cuts her lip on the container's broken rim. Ouch! You like to imagine the R6 company being impressed with Jessica's skill with her guns. Well, in Laterano, they'd be glazing her skills being able to use different kinds with such efficiency. Especially when she's not a Sancta. Oh, definitely. They'd all be super impressed with her. And then, she shows off her strength as well. They'll be like, dang girl, you cool. Do you want to know if I plan to stay out here forever? I think I do, because here, every choice I make belongs not to Jessica of Blacksteel, or to Jessica of the Brinley family. Wiping the streaks of blood from the corner of her lips with her fingers, the girl smiles shyly at you. They belong to me alone. Sweet. So cute. I like that. And now this hero of mine. Oops, wrong thingy. Story. Hero of the Union. Look at the little drawing on it. Cute. Holding your grandpa's hand, she climbs her way up onto the luxurious bureau.
Alright, Jess, before we start drawing, remember, first we clean our hands. No cake crumbs, no cookie crumbs.
I did. What are we gonna draw, Grandpa?
Ooh, look it. Here I got a certificate from when old Grandpa came back from the frontier, but they forgot to draw me a darn picture of the place. How about you help me fill that in, Jessica?
I've never been to the frontier before. Frontier, though.
Your brother and your sisters went a whole bunch with your dad, didn't they? Did they ever tell you what was out there?
They said the frontier's got nothing, but also said it's all right for the picking. I heard that Grandpa, right for the picking. But how do I draw it? I'm kind of lost.
Ah, heck. They love to teach you some strange old words. Say, forget that. How about you draw something something the likes of which they've never seen. I'll teach you. Remember how I told you of the 7 bastards of the wastes? Those catapulting Liberia robbers?
Oh yeah.
Remember what that big old cactus was shaped like?
Huge in every direction, like a mangler.
Remember why tumbleweeds make good wild bonfire?
Because they're brambly and thin, and they can catch with a spark.
Remember how to tie a burden beast?
Pull the reins tight and shadow the saddle.
Atta go, Jessica. You always want to know more, see more, just like your brother and sisters. You ask me. I bet my bottom dollar you'll be just like them once you're as grown as them. Oh, the things you'll know and see. But Grandpa's personal little tales. I've not yet told a soul, but you, Jessica. They don't know 'em. Heck, your dad doesn't know 'em.
Okay, when they come back, I'll tell them. Then, I'll show them my picture and it's gonna blow their heads off. Well, Jessica, you heard stories we never got to hear. She pulls the burden beast reins, shrouds the saddle, and unfolds the old sheet of paper in the light of the sinking sun. Just about below the edge of the waters, its last storm rays shine through the paper. A sheen she might swear casts over faded fountain ink. The old man trots his burden beast alongside her. She yanks the reins tight and settles back in her seat.
What's that you're peeking at, Jessica?
It's a picture of something I drew when I was real young, of the frontier.
You came out here as a kid. Never mentioned that.
No, I just had someone describe it to me. Held my hand while I was drawing.
Not half bad, all things considered. Hell of a canvas, too.
This is his certificate. The one who showed me how to draw it. He was my grandfather.
Your grandfather, a hero of the States?
Yeah, a hero of the States. And a hero of mine. Aww. That's adorable. I like that. Her relationship with her grandpa is like so wholesome. Ooh, Suzu Dad. He's also a 9-tailed fox. Well, if Mama was added, why not Dad? We can use some love for dads. And now for Susie. She is just so cute. I really love the Sanrio collab. Sanrio collabs are the best. I'm so excited to see the thingy I want from Colorful Stage. all her basic info. Dad is a shrine priest in Higashi and can't leave. Aw, never mind then. I mean, visiting Higashi, maybe seeing him. You're my hero too, but don't tell anyone. Aww. Code name, Golden Glow. Gender, female. Combat experience, none. Haha, yeah, none experience. Even, she totally does not live in my team constantly, and I make her work a lot. She's just a hairstylist, totally. Place of birth, Victoria. Date of birth, January 7. Race, feline. Height, 159 cm. Infection status, confirmed infected by a medical examination. She could definitely get a high position in Laterano because of her skills. But I don't think she'd want that. Not just a soft nature, she'd just be like, nah, I'd rather be in the frontier, living with my buddies. And yes, the collab's adorable. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna show it off real quick. Golden Glow is the cutest. And then there's... Where are you, Mr. Lee? Check him out. Then there's Mr. Lee. Looking all fancy-like. With pom-pom. So cute. So very, very cute. Yeah, Lee definitely got that drip. I don't know if I even have the last person that I bought the skin for. I don't think I actually have her. But I bought the skin. Because it was cute. It was very, very, very cute. I love the balloons. Yeah, unfortunately I don't think I have. Just a little bit more scrolling, just in case she pops up. No, I didn't have her. Oh yeah, speaking of collab, here's another collab. Ta-da! Monster Hunter. And I just had to put them in that skin. That's how they normally look, that's their default. But that skin. And yes, I am so bad. I am very, very, very biased in all of my games. I only raise a select few. I know I should raise everyone eventually. Eventually, I will raise more. But priorities are the favorites. Characters released even on CN. Ooh, I should probably be researching that kind of thing too. Who's gonna love Originium slugs more? Smithy or Senshi? True, true. I gave Manticore a little bit of love. Just a bit. And now I ran out of EXP stuff because of Kyobi. But it's okay, you know, she's cute, she's worth it. Now, physical exam. Physical strength normal. Mobility normal. Physical resilience normal. Tactical acumen normal. Combat skill normal. Originium arts assimilation excellent. Susie, you are excellent to me overall. Truly, truly excellent. Profile, Golden Glow, Rhodes Island Logistics Operator. Primary place of work is the Rhodes Island Hair Salon. Under typical circumstances, is not dispatched in field operator capacity. Uses a specially designed staff conducting attacks on the enemy via control of Drift Beacon Arts Unit. Oh yeah, speaking of salons, I'm excited to get a haircut and stuff on Tuesday. Oh, it's gonna be fun. Clinical analysis. Imaging test shows the indistinct outlines of internal organs obscured by abnormal shadows, originium granules detected in the circulatory system. The subject is confirmed to be infected with neuropathy. Susie is a love at first sight for Misaki, basically. The bestest of friends, though. Cell originium assimilation, 4%. No crystals apparent on the skin for now, but got electrocuted plenty of times while conducting physical examination. Blood originium crystal density, 0.27 U over L. Not too severe, condition can be stabilized just fine with the current treatment. The static from Golden Glow's been getting stronger as of late. To any operator giving her treatment for a checkup, don't forget to do your anti-static prep. Hibiscus, arms numb. Archive file number 1. Operator Golden Glow, real name Susie Glitter. I love her name, Susie Glitter. Was born in northern Victoria on the edge of the town of Boshendal. She was raised in poverty among many siblings, being the Glitter sixth child. Possessing high originium arts assimilation, she was once referred to as a local caster institute for further studies, but was unable to complete them due to household economic factors. After her father's passing, she fell into messenger work, but was accidentally infected on the job and became a sufferer of neuropathy. So as not to add to her family's economic burden, she traveled south to place towards the city of Caledon. There she found employment and took up residence, coming to incidental contact with multiple Rhodes Island operators. Truly, all the characters are cute. Golden Glow, Mizuki, Pepe. But gosh darn it, the new Pepe plush is very, very tempting. Ah. I do want to try the Madoka game, but I might have to play that. I'm not sure if I'd be able to play that on stream because the last game had bonkable music apparently. Logia record, so we'll see how this one is. Otherwise, I'll just play it on my own. After foiling a Caledon city councilor's plot, she was jointly recommended by operators Courteous, Jannie, and Bitterroot. Upon passing the test, she was taken in as a Rose Island logistics operator. Her main vocation is as a hairdresser, responsible for providing the Rhodes Island landships operators and visitors with hairstyling services. At the same time, and at her own suggestion, a reserve caster operator course has been prepared for her to further explore, control, and stabilize her originium arts potential. When you pull Pepe, you play her theme and write as a song and you got her. Ayy, that works out so good! Archive file number 2. Golden Glow's originium art showed signs of instability from a very early stage. After both infection with neuropathy and violent stimulation by a string of incidents in Caledon City, her originium arts began to fall out of control, expressed through continual and involuntary electrical discharge. In response to the nature of her art's dysfunction, the workshop upgraded her staff to negate the negative effects of a static charge. Paired with a number of minor everyday measures, its basic impact on life was minimized. However, she won't be holding her staff 24/7, and the little tips are bound to fail at times, not to mention her intermittent desire to use static for small pranks on her friends. As such, addressing the root issue calls for starting from the beginning, systematically learning the relevant theory and arts usage. Currently, Golden Glow attends a classroom with a group of reserve casters and children aboard the island, reviewing, learning, and revising. For her, it's both strange and refreshing, and she's willing to commit to it. On top of which, she wholeheartedly looks forward to her achievements to come. Her life is full of hope. Archive file number 3. Susie's a cute kitty. With stability returning to her life, Golden Glow once again began saving up. This time, she wasn't looking to buy property, but to give her mother a surprise. In the past, okay, honestly though, one of my biases towards Susie is because of her design though. you know, I'll go back to archive number 3, but, you know, I'm just gonna show. Well, that's her default. And my Kami Oshi is Korone. So I was just like, oh, pink Korone. But I stayed for Susie's cuteness. Initial bias was because of that, but oops, wrong thingy. But no, I stayed for Susie herself. Now back to number 3. Archive file number 3. With stability returning to her life, Golden Glow once again began saving up. This time, she wasn't looking to buy property, but to give her mother a surprise. In the past, life was full of hardships, but at present, she found herself able to contribute to the family finances. Oh, she's such a good girl. The family finances, adorable. No suffering is greater or lesser than others. That is the greed of Rose Island. Or the creed of Rose Island. Yep. Though her event was so mean to her. At least the event that Mizuki was introduced in was a little bit nicer towards him. He was just entering a food contest. Pepe was having fun, for the most part, too, with her great-great-great-grandpa and buddies. And then there was Susie getting punched. Just ouch. Her mother's reply came very quickly after she mailed her first payment. Aside from the sadder greetings and expounding on the household's latest developments, there was between the lines a repeatedly emphasized concern. How much out to the update? Well, okay, it's almost 9 here, so then it usually starts at like 1-ish, so 10, 11, 12, 1, so about 4 hours-ish. And then maintenance usually ends at 7 AM for me, so 1 to 7, which is pretty good time. Mr. Red would be fun to have. She was scared that her daughter, out on her own and infected to boot, might be up to something dangerous, especially given that she'd suddenly acquired a respectable sum of money. Oh, this does sound sus. To lift her mother's worries, and considering Rhode Island's just so happened to be near Victoria's northern border when she sent her second remittance, she wrote a letter asking to either drop in back home, or if her mother was just too worried, she could bring her brothers and sisters along to Rhode Island, and the money this time would be their travel expenses, paid by Golden Glow herself. Thus, some weeks later, Rhode Island had a group of feline visitors on board. Oh, that sounds so cute. I want to see the family join. Or at least a little visit. Aww.
No guy at my door.
Dad freaking scared me. He brought me a bowl of food. It's like ground hamburger with onions, green beans, corn, and I think there's rice at the bottom. He was gonna put the bowl on my bed. Hell nah. My bed is my sanctuary. It's gonna live on my lap. Oh, that freaking scared me. Like, thanks, Dad, but ugh. Not on the bed, especially tomato sauce. I just cleaned my bed sheets. Thus, some weeks later, Rose Island had a group of feline visitors aboard. Golden Glow met her family once again, and standing right at the front, an exhausted, fretful, and resolutely determined feline woman. Her dear mother. Cute. Archive file number 4. It's always moving when a mother and daughter reunite, and family reunions even more so. After Golden Glow inadvertently gave her mother a shock, yet was then embraced tightly, she lost the last of her self-control and fell to pieces, crying on the spot, not at all noticing that the whole family all clumped together. They completely blocked an entire corridor of Rose Island. On returning to the dormitories, she gave her mother a simple rundown of her situation at Rhode Island, who remained skeptical of the organization. However, thanks to how they'd been treated so far, and hearing it from her girl's own mouth, a weight finally fell from Miss Glitter's mind, and she immediately instructed her other children to bring out the local specialties they brought. Since Mrs. Glitter had 8 children with her, not counting Golden Glow herself, and each one had brought plenty of gifts for the journey, Golden Glow's dormitory was practically filled with a mountain of boxes. At her earnest pleading, HR made an exception and accepted some of the gifts themselves, but there were 2 drowned in boxes, and all the dormitory's operators became new targets. Holy cow, her family brought so many goodies, that's adorable. As evening fell, the riot the family created finally wound down. Rose Island provided temporary dormitories for its visitors, and Golden Glow finally had a time for a heart-to-heart with her mother. After her daughter's departure, Mrs. Glitter had found a higher-paying job, and all of her children gradually came of age. As all of her children gradually came of age, they properly began to work and supplement the family income too. Though still far from well off, the family finally had some money set aside and could support their daughter's treatment costs. Before leaving, Mrs. Glitter contemplated bringing Golden Glow back home. After all, the two had a deep mother-daughter bond, and she wasn't going to see her daughter suffering out there. However, after taking in Rose Island's practical circumstances and hearing her daughter's recount of her experiences over the past few years, Mrs. Glitter decided to respect her daughter's wishes and let her expand her horizons freely aboard Rose Island. Mrs. Glitter is fully aware that Rose Island can provide what Victoria cannot, and that her daughter is unwilling to abandon this opportunity. And so, after obtaining her family's approval, Golden Glow officially decided on her own goals. She would work and study aboard Rose Island, and with that as a crux, imagine her future prospects with vast, wild abandon. Though this land remains grey, at least what Susie Glitter sees in this moment is a clear, sparkling future. Promotion record. I came up with the codename Golden Glow at the top of my head that day. I suppose you're wondering what her fair pale looks had to do with a golden glow, though. I thought about it carefully, and I think it was probably the sight of Susie that evening, crackling all over, left quite an impression on me. It really was the first time I'd seen such wrath, a sort of unloading, a kind of hurt, a kind of sorrow. The weight of the world on my little shop girl's shoulders. It's lucky Rose Island could help her move on from all of her past trials. It's about time we let her live a proper life now. He'd say just as well that she's a dab hand with hairdressing, wouldn't you? Oh, mind it, we've got sidetracked. Do you want some dried fruit? I know, look. I'm putting my serious face on right now. Getting my serious words together. Ahem. Golden Glow is very cheerful and very easy to get along with. She's diligent in what she does and lives life earnestly. Yes, hello, dear mother and dear siblings. This is my boss, Dr. Misaki. Opens the door. Dr. Misaki eating boiled noodles intensely due to procrastinating and coffee hand in hand. Mom will be like, is this really your boss? Huh? Like, do I trust you to stay here, Susie? Everyone else seems pretty good, but this one's kind of sus. Though fate's always out to throw her into the fire, and has tried several times, she's still by her sides, still the same darling, and that in itself explains plenty of questions. The whole affair in Caledon left no small shadow lurking in her heart, and to this day you can stand by her side and sense the aftermath of that state of mind. The burst of arts, her static of course. Have you ever been shocked before? You're not sure? Oh. Well, it's like when you're warm next to a skyfire, or cold next to Santala. It's the sort of thing that only shows in people with extreme or genium arts assimilation usually. In time, mark my words, she'll become a mighty caster. However, before Rhodes Island looks to foster her as a caster, it's my own hope that we make clear what her true wish is. If her dream is to become an outstanding hairdresser, like her father, then once she learns to rein in her own static, I imagine we'd have to request her further opinion on this. Will she be a caster, or will she treat studying the use of arts as a form of hobby? Or suppose, perhaps, that's as deep as she'll delve, and she'll turn her efforts into hairdressing or maybe bartending for the rest of her days? That's not something for Rose Island to decide for her. Even if she's unusually talented. Extract from recording of Quercus's evaluation of Golden Glow. Adorable. And yes, and this is my other boss, Amiya. She's a cute little goddess, family debating if a little goddess is as cute as Susie, who's even younger than me, the boss, the CEO. I know, right? What a place to work in. And also, this is Kelsey. She's thousands of years old. She's from the before times. Ta-da! And then these are some of my coworkers. Points to all of like the Sui family. And now for the module, Industrious Wings. It's pretty looking. It's late at night, and Susie's still flipping through her textbook. She has Originium Arts Theory tomorrow, and this is her final chance to review. Her workbook lays open to the side, strewn with soundly proofed notes, and all the bits she had no idea of, or the wrong idea. It's time you slept. Her falling eyelids gave her a nudge. And so, just before going to bed, she stuffs everything she needs for the exam tomorrow into her bag, peeks over her shoulder, and flips her daily scheduler open. What she'll be up to each day, sorted neat and tidily in here, a habit she picked up from working at Quercus's, procurement, punctual opening and closing, running inventory, cleaning the shop, with so much to do, none of it trivial. On top of frequent and ever-urgent surprises, having everything she needed written out gave her no small relief. Her schedule for tomorrow runs as follows: morning, 7:30 to 9:30, exam time, 9:30 to 10:30, TA for intro to Originium Arts Theory, noon, 12 to 1, help out at the hairdresser's, afternoon. Oh gosh, though, this is literally like a whole thing. Well, 3 to 4. I mean, 3 to 4, blah 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 blah. 2 to 4. Practice a bit at Trading Grounds, tidy up plant nursery for Lena. Ask first, might not be today. 5 to 6. Help out at hairdressers. And then that's 6 to 8. Oh no. 6 to 9. 6 to 9, help out at the bar. That's 18 to 21. I know, right? Times are difficult. I mean, technically I could read out the military time, but nah. I want to translate. I'm a practice. And then 9 to 10, reading break. Susie stares and thinks. After a moment, she shortens her shift at the bar and adds a new item below it. 8. Have a talk with theory tutor about future. With how responsible Rose Island's tutors and operators all are, she's not one bit worried that she'll fail an exam. But as for what's in the store for her from now on, that's definitely a conversation her tutor can help with. These days, she's gotten the static that once exploded out of her a little under control, and, though hardly anyone notices, she's already started using the little tricks from her casting course in her hairdressing. A tactical dab of electrical charge here and there for even swifter, cleaner haircuts. And all, so that one day, Susie leaps forward through the scheduler a little and stops. Out in the midst of all these untouched pages, there's one event, a single note that's been written long in advance. Send money to Mom. Mom keeps telling her that she doesn't need to do anything of the sort, but she can't help but wanting to send something back home. And this is about when Mom always send her money too, somehow. It's become their unofficial way of letting each other know they're still well. Susie flips the scheduler back to tomorrow and gives the freshly filled in cells a few strokes with her fingers. She's a grounded person. She knows that whatever far-flung future she's imagining, it's not her life in the here and now. She likes to give each book a proper end, do each job well, catch each opportunity when it comes. Imagination's a volatile thing, after all. Still, her current everyday, her life aboard Rhodes Island is one that so clearly rewards her for all her efforts. And isn't that precisely what she's wanted all along? So she corrects that item a little. 8. Have a talk with theory tutor about upcoming course. That's what she should be asking. Time to turn in now. Her heavy eyes tug at her lids, desperate to pull down the shutters. So she heeds, puts away the scheduler, turns off the lights, and tries to calm her nervously fluttering heart. She'll get good marks tomorrow. It's in her power. Tomorrow's still a busy day, and tomorrow will reward her for it. Susie falls into deep, warm, contented slumber. Cute. I like that. Overall for tonight, Susie's one was the most... Actually, no, Kyobi's one was adorable too. Susie and Kyobi are truly adorable, and Jessica's just living her best life now. She's just having fun. This is a good lead up for Dungeon Meshi. So tomorrow I can go through the records. And then also summon, or start the event maybe, and summon. Woohoo, that sounds like a good plan. I feel satisfied. Oh man though, I gotta hope for the best gacha luck. It'll be fine, I just have to have confidence. I just need one of each. At the very, very, very least. And I believe in that. Honestly, Kyobi's the one that got my attention the most, because she loves food so much. She's gonna do great with them. I want to see how silly her and Lyles will be together. Kyobi and Lyles are gonna be the best. Susie will just be adorable, of course, and Jessica should probably have fun showing them the way. But we'll find out tomorrow. Aw, yeah, I just gotta make sure to update stuff. But now I'll be good to eat the food Dad gave me. I still can't believe he almost put my food on the bed. No, I'm just holding the bowl on my lap. It's living on my lap rent-free. I think they'd enjoy Rose Island, at least... Or at least Senshi would. No, Elias would too. Chochuck and Marcel, not entirely sure yet. They probably at least have fun exploring. Maybe freaking out a little bit, but mainly the exploration. And then there's talking to more Isekai MCs. So they'll get along at least. They'll be like, what is this place? How do we escape? And then, of course, the Rainbow Six people will be like, escape? What is escaping? There ain't no escaping here. Like, what is escaping? Just accept it. And then, of course, our lovely cats. They'll use the outer areas of the Originium slugs for armor. And then Senshi will use the insides for food. That is how it's gonna go. Yes, Rose Island's gonna be the metal walking dungeon. And I'm excited for that, I'm so excited. Oh, if only tomorrow could come sooner. I'm prepared though. I'm semi-prepared. Prepared enough. But yeah, now I'll be good though. I gotta eat this food and wash my bowl, or at least soak it. So with that being said, thank you for stopping by the stream. I hope everyone has a great rest of your day, Epic Gacha luck. Good luck to all of us tomorrow. Oh my goodness. We'll need it. But yeah, I'll see you guys later. Bye bye.